With over 50 patents in her kitty, today we talk to Rahil Garnavi, master inventor and a pioneer in AI-led medical diagnostics.
When I did my Ph.D. at the University of Melbourne, I was working on early detection of skin cancer, which is a significant health challenge in Australia. With one Australian dying of melanoma every 6 hours, the project highlighted the life-saving impact and potential of AI. And these experiences have continually inspired me to push the boundaries of AI in healthcare. AI is revolutionizing healthcare by making diagnostics more efficient and accurate. For example, our AI system for personalized forecasting of glaucoma eye disease enables early intervention, which prevents vision loss. Or in dermatology, AI helps in cancer screening, which is life-saving for people. Promoting diversity and inclusion in AI is not just about fairness, but it's actually about making sure the AI system that's being built, it is creating a robust and effective AI system that truly serves our community needs. And it's interesting, the studies shows that organizations who start implementing AI, ethical AI governance actually are more likely to achieve higher revenue performance, because ethics in AI not only mitigate risk, but it also ensures compliance, it builds trust, it drives adoption. Which means you will more likely have more customers and consumers trusting your brand, and you'll have a better success in actually reaching out to your sort of sales channel. And this holistic approach ultimately leads to more sustainable and successful AI deployment.
In a world where innovation meets conversation, welcome to Kaskin Convos, where the clink of glasses harmonizes with the spark of groundbreaking ideas. I, Shabani, welcome you on behalf of Dot Infinity to the beautiful barrel room of the La Madonna Bar on Little Collins Street, Melbourne. Here we bear honest stories, insightful reflections, and transformative ideas of product leaders from the forefront of technology. Join us as they unwind and provide exclusive insights into what defines their present and how they are steering the future of tech and customer experience. All in a relaxed bar-side chat. Welcome to Kaskin Conversations, Rahil. We are very excited to have you. For someone whose journey started in Iran as a child, who was very, very hungry for knowledge, and now as a master inventor of artificial intelligence, as well as an entrepreneurial AI strategist, I believe you've got 60 publications to your name and over 50 patents. This is fascinating. And you also then moved, or rather, I would say you started this journey quite early in your career with your master's in interstitial lung disease diagnosis using AI, as well as your PhD in diagnosing melanomas using AI. I'm really curious to know why AI inspired healthcare. Like, what was it that inspired you to look at AI in the field of healthcare?
Sure. Thank you for the introduction. I was always fascinated by technology and science potential to solve real-world problems. After doing an undergrad in software engineering and working in industry for a few years, that curiosity led me to pursue AI in higher education. And I wanted to make big, tangible impact in people's lives. And healthcare seemed to be a perfect fit for the potential it can have. And advanced technologies like AI can actually, the impact they can have, the positive impact they can have on people's lives and potentially even saving people's lives. During my master's degree, I focused on using AI to improve diagnostic accuracy for interstitial lung disease, which is a complex, often undiagnosed or misdiagnosed condition. And the aim of my research was to build algorithms and systems that can analyze medical images and detect this condition early, which would significantly improve the patient outcome. And this foundation drove my commitment to leverage AI in healthcare. And later, when I did my PhD at the University of Melbourne, I was working on early detection of skin cancer, which is a significant health challenge in Australia. With one Australian dying of melanoma every 6 hours, the project highlighted the life-saving impact and potential of AI. And these experiences have continually inspired me to push the boundaries of AI in healthcare.
That's fascinating. And then from using your AI and healthcare in academics, you moved on and carried it forward in your professional field as well. Um, what's your perspective of the impact of AI and in the field of healthcare right now?
Sure. I would actually like to talk a little bit about my journey from academia to industry.
Sure.
The experiences I gained during my master's and PhD was foundational. During years of research, you get to develop critical thinking, problem solving, project management, stakeholder management, and very importantly, resiliency. And when I finished my PhD, IBM was opening its 12th research lab in Melbourne. I joined as one of the first 5 employees, and bringing my software engineering and AI and healthcare expertise, shaped it into a strategic focus area for Australia Lab. And this time, it wasn't just about solving a research question. This was about, my role was to create a vision, to identify use case, develop solutions that also solve the problem, but also achieve a unique value proposition, find the talent, build the team, create partnerships, and secure funding. And at IBM Research, we aim to be famous for science and vital for IBM. This meant creating a world-class research team with significant scientific and technical impact, while also focusing on practical applications and commercialization aspect of the research. And over a decade, I expanded the portfolio to include AI, algorithms, and clinical decision support systems for use cases across dermatology, radiology, cardiology, and eye diseases. And we achieved groundbreaking results, published papers, presented in technical and clinical forums, won competition, built software applications, and also created more than 50 patents within the team. AI is revolutionizing healthcare by making diagnostics more efficient and accurate. For example, our AI system for personalized forecasting of glaucoma eye disease enables early intervention, which prevent vision loss. Or in dermatology, AI helps in cancer screening, which is life-saving for people. And beyond diagnostic, AI is also enables clinical trial, personalized medicine, and it also democratizes access to high-quality healthcare for remote patients. Imagine the impact of AI if you can train AI using millions of images graded by expert clinician and put that AI model in hands of a less experienced clinician or thousands of less experienced clinicians who are often the first point of contact to serve the community.
That is a very interesting point you've said, because I think one of the key challenges that we are facing right now is this fear of the unknown. And a lot of people worry that medical professionals will be replaced by AI. But what you've said kind of reaffirms the fact that it is actually going to augment their capabilities instead of, replace them. I'm really interested to know, in terms of translating from a research field to commercialization of AI, what were the challenges? Actually, let me take a pause over there. Please have this very special drink which has been served by La Madonna for us. It's called a Negroni, and it is essentially a non-alcoholic Negroni. So here's to more advancements in healthcare.
Yes.
Cheers. What do you think about the drink?
I really like it. It's my first time having it. It's very nice.
All right. Going back to the question around challenges, it's always an interesting challenge to move from research which is very academic, onto commercializing something. And I would love to know, what did you do, or what was your experience in doing that? Did you face any significant challenges, any problems, any roadblocks?
Yes, that's, when things gets real,
Yeah.
that's when things also gets interesting.
Yes.
So yes, there are a number of challenges generally that one would face when they want to transition from research to commercialization or translation of that science, advanced science and technology, into the actual real world applications. The first one would be the data management and quality, because research typically is done on a relatively small, highly curated and controlled data set. But when you want to build an application that works in real life and real world, the data management and quality becomes very critical, because real world applications require much more diverse data set. And also the data has to represent the real the real status of what's happening in the world. um, and therefore ensuring data's accuracy and also security and privacy becomes very important. Another aspect is about the challenge of scalability and robustness. Moving from proof of concept in an AI project to a scalable product, for that you need rigorous testing and validation. And AI systems should be able to handle the real world variability, and they should work seamlessly across different environments. And this becomes very important, which needs extensive collaboration between the scientists, domain experts, users, and the engineers. Another one is in terms of successful development of a product. It's actually the talent acquisition and talent retention. Research teams are usually can be small and specialized, but developing real-world solutions requires a multidisciplinary team of scientists, engineers, domain expertise, designers, and all of them will actually bring their specific view to build this holistic solution. Another challenge is alignment of stakeholders and partners in terms of their expectations. That needs a lot of, obviously working and clear communications, and this is very important as well. So everyone is in the same page and everyone works on in the same quality. The other one is building partnership and securing funding. Obviously, while research can rely on grants, but to actually real world solutions need external partnership and more investment to be able to allow for that scale. So establishing partnership not only with academia, but also industry and grant body and other private investor becomes very important. And lastly, the commercialization and translation of research, it does pose significant challenge, in a sense that even though it's important to have that scientific breakthrough, you also need to have commercially viable product, and a product that's actually built for end user. And in healthcare application specifically, the solution needs to be seamlessly integrated within the workflow, so it doesn't become a burden on the professional to be able to use it. And that's where the actual success comes in. So all of this is a complex process. It needs a strategic planning, a strong leadership, and commitment to invention.
So that's a very interesting point you've raised. When we look at the healthcare staff right now, they're already quite burdened with, their day-to-day operations, because they have to make sure that they carry it in a way that no mistakes are made and everybody's taken care of. And to implement a completely new technology and a completely new process, definitely the workflow needs to be thought through, and all the strategic planning needs to be, perfect end to end. So hats off that you've been involved in projects which have made a significant difference, not just in one area but multiple. One thing which I feel is very obvious when we think of healthcare and AI is around the responsibility and ethics of it. And I think once we go to larger commercialization and we scale up things, this becomes even more obvious. And my understanding is that you're not just a very active advocate of responsible and ethical AI, but you're also very passionate about inclusivity and diversity in AI. So, my question is, would you agree that not many people understand the importance of inclusion and diversity in AI?
Um, yes and no. Yeah, the impact of AI not being inclusive and diverse can be underestimated, but I think it's also about um, there is the acknowledgement of the risk,
Yes.
but then it's also about how to go about solving this problem or removing this issue. Responsible AI is about ensuring the systems are ethical and unbiased, which requires diverse perspective. It does require that diversity and inclusion in the development life cycle of AI and in the testing and validation throughout the life cycle. Diverse teams bring varied experience that helps identify and mitigate these biases, and it will prevent unfair outcome, especially in areas like healthcare and finance, which is very sensitive. Also, on the other hand, diverse team drive innovation by offering different perspective. So the solutions that are being built are more representative of our real world scenario and real world applications. Promoting diversity and inclusion in AI is not just about fairness, but it's actually about making sure the AI system that's being built, um, uh, it is creating a robust and effective AI system that truly serves our community needs.
Okay. And can you give us some sort of an example where this becomes very obvious, this risk of not having diversity, especially in healthcare?
Absolutely. You could be building your an a skin cancer or skin disease AI system um, trained in a certain part of the world, which represents a specific, skin tone or skin color or a characteristic of a certain population. And then when you take that application to this, another part of the world which has a totally different population, then the system can easily fail. That's just one example, but we have seen that unbiased or the bias or unfairness that starts from the data not being trustworthy, in a sense, from representation point of view, it can penetrate to all of that. Or in a lot of other applications than healthcare, we've all seen examples, or we've heard a story about loan credit assessment that's being unfavorably resulted in working against certain underrepresented groups or any of those. So yes, that definitely is important.
Yeah, you've raised a very good point there, because we are already well aware that especially when it comes to diagnostics, people of different colors and skin tones present different kinds of symptoms, and that's something which the medical community has realized of late. So there can't be one textbook solution for all. So the more diversity we build into our AI capabilities, I think the better we can get at diagnosing.
Absolutely, it's about that diversity and more holistic representation in the data, in the way the AI is actually built, but then also in the validation and testing phase. Because something that's for some application, the cancer or something like that, it's a little bit more obvious when the AI is not doing the right thing. But for some other applications, it may not be as black and white. So having representative of those more diverse, culturally diverse, gender diverse people within the also audit and validation group is also important.
And I'm going to put you on a spot over here now, because I would like to push this a bit more. Let's look at overall responsible and ethical AI. if there have to be one or two absolute non-negotiables that an organization must implement when it's thinking of implementing AI-led solutions, what should be those non-negotiables?
Well, to be honest, I cannot compromise on anything here when it comes to responsibility we all have and accountability we have towards responsible development of AI. So I would say if I wanted to make it into kind of high category, so first is about establishing clear ethical guidelines and governance. So organizations must set and adhere to ethical standards for AI development and deployment. This includes transparency in how AI systems work, accountability for the outcome, having human supervision for critical decision making, and also fairness in eliminating the bias, which means it needs to have they need to have regular audits to ensure these standards are met. So it's about setting the standard, but also implementing them and regular checks. And second one is about promoting diversity and inclusion. As we just discussed, ensuring diverse and inclusive teams that are involved in AI development and deployment are extremely important and leads to more innovative solutions and more applicable solutions for real world problems we are trying to solve. So involving a wider range of stakeholders in the development process ensures AI systems are designed to serve all segments of society effectively. And it's interesting, the studies shows that organizations who start implementing ethical AI governance actually are more likely to have higher performance measures and to achieve higher performance. They are more likely to achieve higher revenue performance because ethics in AI not only mitigate risk, but it also ensures compliance, it builds trust, it drives adoption. So which means you will more likely have more customers and consumers trusting your brand, and you'll have a better success in actually reaching out to your sort of sales channel. And this holistic approach ultimately leads to more sustainable and successful AI deployment.
Some very relevant points you've mentioned over there, and I think that is one thing which not everybody thinks about, that implementing responsible AI can actually directly impact your bottom line in a positive way.
It is a win for the users, and it's a win for the creator of the solution.
Exactly.
And previously we talked about how any AI solutions, especially healthcare solutions, has to be developed such that it can seamlessly integrated within the workflow. The risk of not doing it is that there won't be no one gonna use your solution. We have so many advanced technology that's still sitting somewhere.
Yes.
So the ROIs, return of investment, are not being met because the design hasn't been done properly, or because the system is not trusted enough. So yeah, definitely it sits at the core. It does sit at the core of successful development and deployment.
Yeah. And I think you are going to talk a bit more about this at the Festival of AI and Robotics happening in September.
Yes.
Are you excited about that?
I am very much looking forward to this event. I think it's gonna be a amazing opportunity for all the stakeholders from academia, and research, from industry, from government, a startup, big enterprise, students, everyone that has a stake in AI, want to make an impact, want to feel connected to the community. it is a really great opportunity.
Yes, I'm very excited. I think looking at the entire list of speakers and the range of speakers who are coming on, I think there's a lot to learn for anybody who's planning to attend the festival, and some fascinating topics as well, and including yours. I think that is a very relevant topic.
Yes, so we're talking about, in our panel, we're talking about building trust and resilience at digital world and how to protect the business and data. So it will bring a lot of relevant questions, and hopefully it will also create some great and useful strategy for people to be able to take.
Yes, absolutely. I'm sure that everybody is going to have some really good takeaways, as I'm sure people would have had some really great takeaways from this conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on board today. Thank you. From data management and product innovation to regulatory compliance, whether it's optimizing costs or enhancing efficiencies, Infinity is your partner for solving tricky problems with a human-centric and tech-powered approach. Connect with us at contact@infinity.co.